Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, the parent function f of x equals x is replaced by the function g of x equals x plus 2. Which of the following statement is an effect of the parent function? You may use the plane below to graph. Okay, so we're looking for what? Well, we want to know what was the effect. In other words, what happened, right? So they give me the parent function, right? And they're giving us the one that is going to replace my parent function, okay? And we want to compare them. So we can actually graph both of my functions if you want to. In that way, we can compare them, right? So let's start with f of x. So parent function, I'm hoping that everyone knows that it goes through the origin, right? And the slope is just one up, one to the right. Is that correct? So this will be my parent function. And you do the opposite, one down, one to the left. Okay, so this is the way my parent function looks like. We're going to connect the points. And we can go ahead and write down my function. So this is f of x equals x. Is that right? Okay, and we can graph the second one, which is my g of x. And notice how that one has a y-intercept of 2. Is that right? So we can go ahead and go to the y-intercept at 2. And the slope is exactly the same, right? One up, one to the right. Okay? And we do the same thing, one down, one to the left. And that's the way my g of x is going to look like. And this is my function, g of x equals x plus 2. So what do you notice? What happens? They're running in the same direction, right? So the slope doesn't change, right? What is the only thing that you notice it changed? Well, you can see that it went from the origin to the y-intercept of 2. So it looks to us, we can kind of like decide on that, is that it went up. Is that right? And how many units would you say that it went up? It actually went up 2 units, right? Okay, so that's one of the things that I see as the change goes, right? Now, if you look at the answer choices, it says the graph shift 2 units to the right. No, we are not looking at that, right? The graph is translated 2 units up, and that's true. Every point went 2 units up, right? So that's more than likely our answer, right? What about letter C? It says the graph is less steep. No, that's exactly the same steepness, right? So that is not true. The y-intercept, it's a -2. And no, we know, and I didn't finish writing it over here. This is the y-intercept, and it's a +2. So the answer will be letter B, right? Now, I want to show you something that it might really help you when it comes to know some changes, right? So we have it right here. You feel free to write it down. I can assure you that this will really help you, okay? Because it's going to show you what are the changes that are happening on my functions, right? So I'm going to go ahead and write down some arrows right now. So this is my f of x equals, and the reason why we have a plus or a minus is because it's showing you that my function can be either positive or negative. So this, it's the reflection of my graph, okay? So that positive or negative shows you which way is your graph gonna be facing, right? This is your slope. Those are the changes of the slope, right? And that's gonna determine how is my slope gonna be different than the previous one, right? And the one that we're looking at right now actually is this one. And that is a vertical translation. Okay, so let me go ahead and highlight this one. That's the one that we have in this problem, because if I write it down over here, look, I have f of x equals x plus 2. So that plus 2 is my vertical translation, right? So that's the one that either goes up or down. Very good. So now I can see why the answer should be letter B.